Never blindly accept a privacy policy without reading it. That hidden fine print controls your data destiny, but GDPR forces companies to make it clear and fair. First, a disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. If you would like personalized guidance, you can contact our team or other qualified professionals. Hey everyone, Robert here, legal consultant, licensed tax advisor, and founder of Kyroptera Consulting based in beautiful Slovenia. We've helped dozens of businesses craft crystal clear privacy policies that build trust and dodge massive fines. Today, it's Privacy Policy 101 under GDPR, your roadmap to understanding how companies must handle EU personal data transparently. Think of a GDPR privacy policy as your data rights manifest. It explains everything in plain language. Let's hit the essentials. First, the basics. A GDPR privacy policy or public privacy notice is a document that transparently explains how organizations process personal data of EU residents. Mandated by Articles 12, 13, and 14 of the GDPR, it must use simple terms, no legalese overload. So, what is personal data and what is data processing under the GDPR? First, let's start with personal data. In accordance with the GDPR, personal data is any information that can directly or indirectly, alone or in combination with other information, identify someone, a natural person that is. Examples of personal data are names, emails, IP addresses, locations, and other similar data. Now, for the processing part. In accordance with GDPR, processing means collecting, storing, using, transferring, recording, making personal data available, adapting, altering, or even deleting personal data. So, what is the purpose of this public notice, a so-called privacy policy? The purpose is to empower you to make informed choices and hold companies accountable for how they handle your personal data. It is the bridge between complex rules of the GDPR and everyday privacy rights of data subjects. Next up, who needs to prepare this public privacy policy? Firstly, data controllers, those deciding why and how data is processed, and secondly, processors, handling data on their behalf. GDPR applies worldwide if you target or monitor EU residents. So, even if you're a company incorporated in the US or the UAE, if you target or monitor EU residents and process their personal data, you must comply. Are small businesses collecting EU emails exempt? No. Same rules apply. Here's a quick checklist for you. Firstly, do you target EU markets with ads or have euro as a currency on your web store? Secondly, do you track EU visitors via cookies? If yes, you need a GDPR-compliant privacy policy. Now, for the essentials, aka the core contents of the privacy policy. A public privacy policy must cover types of data collected, like emails or IP addresses, purposes and legal basis like consent, contract, legitimate interests, retention periods, aka how long data is kept, sharing with third parties and safeguards against misuse, user rights, access, rectification, erasure, portability, objection, and similar, security measures like encryption, breach plans, etc. And last but not least, contact details, yours and DPO's if you have one. For data you collect indirectly at sources. Now, for the crucial question, why bother with this? Companies prepare it to comply with transparency principles of the GDPR, inform users clearly, avoid hefty fines, build customer trust and loyalty, and reduce complaints and legal risks. But there are also benefits beyond just complying with the rules. If you are transparent about processing of personal data, you attract privacy-conscious users, streamline internal practices, and gain a competitive edge in EU markets. It's ethical and a smart business decision. Finally, let's take a look at some best practices. Make sure your public privacy policy is clear and concise. It should include plain language and no jargon. It should be easily accessible. A prominent link on your website should do the trick. You should regularly update it with version dates. It should be tailored to your activities and separate from terms of service. You should also make it inclusive. Translate the document into multiple languages if needed. This keeps it actionable and enforceable. A quick recap. GDPR privacy policies explain data practices transparently, obligated globally for EU data handlers. The public privacy policy must detail types of personal data, purposes of processing, rights of data subjects, security measures, and similar. Drafting and maintaining a compliant public privacy policy is needed for compliance, trust, and fine avoidance. Make sure it is clear, updated, and accessible. Mastering the GDPR privacy policy turns mystery into clarity for users and businesses alike. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe for more straightforward GDPR guides and check out our Knowledge Center for more similar content. And remember, compliance with the law prevents the flaw. Till next time.